have I a motive in my questioning, in my observation? I see in my observation what the religions have. I'm taking that as an example. I'll expand it much more. I see what religions have done. They have enslaved man, right? Do I see it because I'm antagonistic against Jesus or against the Pope or some reason for which I say that's nonsense? Or is it so, independent of me, independent of my prejudices? Go to India, there are all this enormous superstition, like the Catholics, like everybody else. And have I thrown those away because I've accepted other forms of superstition which are more pleasing, and therefore I've got rid of the Hindu superstitions? But my question is, have I got rid of all superstition? Have I seen the nature of superstition? How superstition arises? Fear, reward, punishment, hell and heaven, which has been, hell and heaven has been going on for millennia. Right? All this we all know, historically. So, am I free of one superstition, one set of superstitions, and falling into another? Or have I my superstitions in myself? You follow?
To look at one superstition or one motivation is quite easy.
Yes.
But if we are trying to look at the nature of superstition itself or the nature of motivation itself,
That is
that's quite different.
Which is the nature of superstition. I'm frightened, I want to be comforted, I want somebody, external agents, to help me.
But what's that process by which, or how is it that a person can go from looking at a single example of something like superstition to seeing all superstition?
But do you see what is superstition? Let's understand. What do we mean by that word superstition?
Belief.
Which means what? Belief in something which you hope to be true.
Hope or suspect or fear?
Yes. Hope. Hope that will give you comfort, that will protect you, that will help you to get over certain fears and so on, right? Which is the thought invented some kind of figure, some kind of agency outside yourself which will help you. And all the complications of it. And when you see how absurd, how nonsensical it is, which is superstition, that nonsense you see in every form of religion.
But isn't there a possibly basic difficulty in the perception of that? For instance, the mind may take it as a fact that certain scientific something is true. And you base your action according to that because you're healthier. But how does the mind perceive a fact in the external world and see the difference between that and the superstition, which he has also been told by some, whom he respects, that it is a fact to, I don't know what, to not do something on the 13th of the month, or whatever the superstition is. How does the mind make the perception between...
I understand that question.
Has validity.
Please answer her. You don't have to answer her.
There's a very basic, I think, human difficulty in this notion of, say, religion. There is a sense of divination. People have said that certain things were real. Now the mind either says, oh yes, it must be so, and accepts it, or says no. But how do we draw the line in perception of fact and perception of something that has great authority in other people's lives?
Answer her, please.
If you have a scientific education, a modern education, then your judgment will be based that fact is non-verifiable, that you cannot verify the existence of God, therefore there is no reason to believe in God. That would be the scientific answer to that problem. So there would be no reason to believe in God if you received a modern education, because it's a non-scientific fact, or not a fact, it's a non-scientific premise, a supposition, or whatever.
Science also can be mistaken.
Of course,
They change
but in answer to that particular problem, it's that many people today would say that God does not exist, or they would say that it's stupid superstition is stupid.
Galileo, Galileo said the earth goes round the sun. And the church said, that's a heresy, we'll burn you. He said, all right, earth doesn't go around the sun, but I believe in it. I know it. And before that, they believed the earth stood still and the sun went around it.
But that doesn't change anything, because Galileo was right.
No, but you follow? Mrs. Simple is asking, how do you differentiate between fact and superstition?
Well,
Wait, find out what she's... I want to be clear for myself. I'm trying to think it out for myself what she said. The fact and the idea, right? Let's put it that way. The fact and the idea about the fact. But go slowly. Don't jump on me. Don't jump on me yet. Go slowly. The idea about the fact and the fact itself without the idea. Is there such a state?
Well, the fact is seen.
No, don't answer. Find out. Say, for instance, I am frightened. Fear. Is that an idea or is it a fact? If it is an idea, it's a superstition.
Then there's no
No,
right
but
at all.
listen, you're not examining some. Find out.
Something goes on, and we call it fear. Perhaps the calling fear is the idea.
That's what we are
But
saying.
something is actually going on, which is a fact. But somehow we take for facts we give more credence to the name that we give the fact than what is actually going on. Even with what Mrs. Zimbalist said, I think that in science we take many things as facts, which may just be working hypotheses.
Quiet. That's just it. Can I differentiate the word from the fact? Knowing the door is not the word. If I cling to the word and worship the word, I'm living in superstition. I'm moved away from the fact.
But most of us have to live our daily lives surrounded by facts unverifiable by us.
Yes,
So there is a margin,
That-
happy margin in there
That-
of everyday life.
that certainly, but I'm talking about the facts about oneself, not whether the moon is made of cheese or rocks and all the rest of it, but I'm concerned whether I'm living in a world of make-believe, superstition, in a world that has been imposed upon me, which I have invented, and they in turn have been slave to that. I want to find out that. That's not so. That is, I want to inquire into facts as they are.
Well, I can see that some facts, I can see that I do live in a world like that, but I only see the particular. See, I see particular fears or particular superstitions, but I don't see all of fear or all of superstition. And that is a jump to go from the particular to the general, which is...
Now wait a minute, Scott.
substantial.
Suppose, do you question why you don't see the whole nature and structure of fear? Or do you say, I only see part of it, not the whole of it? Do you question why you don't see it?
Yes,
When
I
you
have.
ask me, why don't I see it, you are depending on me.
Now, I have questioned why I don't see it.
No, you might not. You might have questioned casually. You might have questioned wrongly, or you might say, look, it is terribly important that I find this out.
Isn't it connected with authority, actually, psychologically?
Yes, yes.
Because the superstition and the so-called scientific fact is based on authority. Some verifiable and some not.
So I can't verify what the moon is made of, right? The scientists, the astronauts and all the rest of it have told me what it is. All right, I'm not great. Yes, it's made of rocks or dead earth or whatever it is. All right. Why should I believe or not believe? I don't know. Maybe, like those people who believe intensely in flying saucers. Do you believe? They come to me and say, do you believe in it? I say, I don't know. But that's, to me, we are moving away from most relevant facts, which is the world I live in, the actions I do, the way I think, feel, all that I'm concerned with. Which doesn't mean I'm selfish, that I disregard the world. I'm concerned because I am the world. The world is not different from me. I am the world.